Acute pulpitis shows acute inflammation of the dental pulp. It may follow focal reversible pulpitis or be a direct sequelae of caries or an acute exacerbation of chronic pulpitis. In clinical features, the patient complains of severe pain generally described as lancinating or throbbing type. This pain can occur either spontaneously or after a stimulus like eating or drinking something cold. And unlike reversible focal pulpitis, this pain persists even after the stimulus has been removed. The intensity of pain increases during the night while lying down. This is because of the increased blood flow in head and neck area, which applies pressure on the already sensitive nerves. There is no pain on chewing food. On clinical examination of the patient, a decayed tooth is seen with a cavity which is quite deep. It can be a case of closed pulpitis or open pulpitis. The patient may not be able to localize the painful tooth in the quadrant. This is because pulp lacks proprioceptive nerves, due to which the patient may not know which tooth is painful. The thermal and electric pulp tests are positive on this group. In electric test, the tooth reacts to the electric pulp tester at a lower level of current. In cold test, patient feels the pain on cold stimulus and the pain persists even after the eye stick is removed. Both tests confirm the inflammation and increased sensitivity of the nerves. In radiograph, a radiolucency is seen in the tooth, but there is no radiolucency in the periapical area. In histological features, pulp shows features of acute inflammation. There is edema, which causes collapse of the blood circulation. Under increased pressure, pulp tissue rapidly disintegrates. The odontoblastic layer degenerates, which stops any reparative dentine formation. Acute inflammatory cells like neutrophils are present. Pulpal abscess occur more commonly in closed pulpitis due to lack of drainage. This is sometimes called as acute suppurative pulpitis. By this time, the pulpitis becomes irreversible. Just removal of caries will not make the pulp heal on its own. Very early cases may be treated by pulpotomy, but more commonly pulpectomy is done. If untreated, the acute pulpitis, depending on the individual's tissue resistance and virulence of the microbes, enters into chronic state, or it may spread through the apical foramen to cause apical periodontitis.